Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson, and let's get started right away. So on the first page here, we have addition of unlike fractions. Find the sum of the following fractions, simplify. Alright, so we have 4 fifths plus 9 elevenths, and we have to find the sum. Okay, when we're adding fractions, as you probably know, we have to have the same denominator. So we have to get these two numbers to be the same. So how do we do that? We have to find the least common multiple of 5 and 11. So the least common multiple, LCM, of 5 and 11 would be 5 times 11 equals 55. So 4 fifths times 11 over 11 equals 44 over 55. And just a little cool thing here, 11 over 11 over 11 is the same thing as 1, right? So basically what we're doing is 4 fifths times 1. So it's basically the same thing. So 44 over 55 is the same thing as 4 over 5. So we're not changing anything. We're just making it into a different form, basically. And 9 elevenths times 5 and 5. And that equals 45 over 55. So we have our two numbers that we're going to use right here. So 44 over 55 plus 45 over 55. And now that we have the same common denominator, we can just add these, and that equals 89 over 55. And then it asks us to simplify, but since 89 is a prime number, it looks like it cannot be simplified any further. So this will be our final answer here. Whoa. look at number 6. It already has the same common denominator, so it's really easy. 5 over 7. Alright, moving on to the next page. Multiplying fractions by whole numbers. So 2 times 3 over 10. So we can just look at this like 2 over 1 times 3 over 10. Since 2 and 2 over 1 are the same thing. And then we can just multiply these like any other problem. Just go across like that. That equals 6 over 10. And don't forget to simplify. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. The same thing for 10. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. And this is the furthest you can simplify, so that will be our final answer. Let's try one more actually. Number 6. 10 over 1, same thing as 10, times 1 over 4. And then 10 times 1, 10 times 1 equals 10. And then 1 times 4 equals 4. And just simplify that again. And you get 5 over 2. And we're dividing by 2, dividing by 2. And then we get this. Pretty simple. Estimate the angle measure, then identify if it is acute, obtuse, or a right angle. The possible angle measures are given below. Alright, so we already have an example up here. Let's try number 1. For number 1, it seems a little less than a right angle, a 90-degree angle. A little bit less, so then it must be 80, because that's the only one out of this list that makes sense. And 80 is less than 90, obviously, so this angle is less than a right angle, so that means it is acute. So it is a 80 degrees acute angle. Alright. This is the last page, and proportions word problems. So let's look at the first one here. A car travels 120 miles in 3 hours with a constant speed. How far will it take to travel 200 miles? So let's set up a proportions. Using this word problem here, we can set up two fractions and set them to each other. So 100. So we can, let me backtrack a little actually. So we can say miles, we can make the fraction miles over hours. In this situation, it doesn't necessarily matter which one is on top, but let's just go with miles over hours. So 120 miles in 3 hours, 120 miles over 3 hours, as we set up here. And how far will it take to travel 200 miles? And we can set them proportionate to each other. 200 miles, and we don't know how long that's going to take yet, so that's what we need to find. So that will be our variable here. So let me pull that down right here. 120 over 3 equals 200 over x, and we can cross multiply like this. So 120x equals, cross multiply like that, 3 times 200 is 600. So this will be our equation, and divide 120 by both sides to get x by itself. So then we get, let me do this right here. X equals 600 over 120, and that equals 5. So the answer to this question will be 5 hours. Alright, I guess that's it. So, bye.